please welcome to the show, Dina Smith. Oh, good. It's so good to have you here.
So good to be here.
The whole conversation can be a trigger for some folks, me included.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about this concept of how you got started doing this. Was there clutter in your life first?
Well, if you ask my mom, she would say, I don't know how you're making a living these days, and your room was a mess. But it's just a testament that organizing can be a learned experience if you don't come from a space of an organized home, right? And when we're younger, we're not thinking about how to put things in order. We're living our young lives.
Right.
I'm kind of an accidental professional organizer. I came to the Atlanta area fresh off of a divorce and was working in retail. I was working for one of the largest retailers of storage and organization, the Container Store, and was promoted pretty quickly, right, through the ranks. But retail is not for moms, right? Retail's not for moms.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And so I began my daughter was reading and I didn't have anything to do with it, and I was crushed. So I was looking for a way
You felt like you
out.
missed some big moments, some milestones.
Big
All
moments.
Right. So I had to change the course of your career there.
Right. To change my trajectory, I wanted to coach women. I wanted to get into coaching, and the most successful coaches had a background in business and counseling. So I went back and got a degree in counseling.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. And so in the meantime, I had all these skills, transferable skills that I had learned at the Container Store.
Yeah,
and
that's a good combination. That's a really
to make
good combination
extra
there.
money, I was organizing because I had all the skills, right? I had all the things that I had learned. I did closet design, did a lot of different things, but was kind of stuck in the therapy world and stuck in the organizer world separately.
So how did you say, you know what, I can actually put these two together?
What I noticed is I was bringing all of who I am to every environment, whether I was organizing or I was doing therapy. All of the information was kind of cross-pollinated. And so this lane of helping people in those spaces on a deeper level in their homes and helping my therapy clients in a practical way, that's how closet therapy.
So how much does clutter really affect our mental health? Because I know and have friends who talk about just not even wanting to go into certain rooms because you just have not been able to go back and organize it.
It is extraordinary. It impacts our mental health. It impacts our finances. It impacts every area. Because think about it like this. There's research coming out of Princeton. There's more and more research as our industry grows about the level of cortisol, that's our stress response hormone, that is increased by seeing visual clutter. So our spaces impact our internal dialogue, right?
Absolutely.
So coming home to a calm space, an organized space, is a different experience than coming home to a cluttered space.
Yeah, maybe you come to home even fussier, right? After the day where people
grumpier.
are fussing at each other. Why didn't this get done? Why didn't I get this done?
Why didn't I get that done?
And mom guilt kicks in.
Mom guilt. All of those things kick in.
Yeah. So tell me why people end up, sort of saying, okay, I can't do this. It's time to hire a professional.
The space of overwhelm. The space of your life becoming unmanageable. I'm always late. I'm always tripping over things. I can't find things. We tend to purchase things 6 times because we don't know where to find it in our own home.
You're talking about the black sweater.
Listen, I'm talking about the black sweater, the purple sweater, every sweater.
The white blouse. There are 7 of.
There's 7 of because we don't know where we put it. And that $6 light bulb turns into a $40 investment over a year. And if we multiply that by all the things that are out of place,
which explains that financial cost there. That's a really, really good point. And you're talking about the convenience too, just skipping ahead of the line and getting the help you need.
Absolutely. Hiring an organizer skips my clients to the front of the line. I know all the products. I know what's best for your space. I know how to personalize it so that you learn it quicker.
Yeah.
So that you identify with it and make the changes you need to maintain.
And for folks who may not be able to necessarily hire someone, there's also just sort of the advice of understanding, look, there really is an easier way to do this.
Absolutely.
You don't have to have 19 sweaters stacked on top of each other.
Don't have to have 19, maybe 5. But you don't have to have 19, but unlearning some of those learned behaviors that we just want a new outfit every time. We could actually shop in our closet. Those are a lot of principles that I'm coaching along the way.
And that's part of the conversation. It's not just, I'm
Absolutely.
going to have you stick this here, so have you stick this here. It's if you put this with this, that's a whole new outfit.
Absolutely. I'm constantly working myself out of a job. I want you to be able to take this and go.
Interesting. So for folks who talk about the cost, oh my gosh, this is going to be really, really expensive. I can't afford something like this. I know you're going to say, well, you say the same thing about therapy.
Absolutely. You say the same thing about therapy. And what is important to you, you'll invest in. There are lots of ways to do it. On a DIY end of the spectrum, you can follow great organizers. I'm a founder of the National Association of Black Professional Organizers. So there's
Oh my gosh, there's an organization for Black women doing this. I love it. I love it.
Myself
so that means you
and-
can find them in any city.
Any city in the country. We
Yeah.
are nationwide at this point, and there's an organizer for every price point. Right? Or there's
yeah.
also Pinterest, there's also Instagram. There are tons of people for people to be able to self-educate and get tips along the way. This is a lifelong journey. It's not a different TV show where there's a quick before and after. It's a process.
Good point.
Process.
Because there's that time that you've got it all cleaned up. So I've heard. You got your whole closet straight.
So you've heard.
And then all of a sudden you're like, what just happened? This was great 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely.
So you're right. It is a process.
Right.
I love this. I love this. All right. Stay with us. Don't you go anywhere. Coming up, you're going to meet Delora, a young wife and mother who says cluttered closets and a lack of space for home offices were driving her crazy. You'll see how closet therapy helped restore order to the home and her entire family. We'll be right back.